Jay-Z and Puffy wanted Biggie killed. Bottom line. You don't have to believe me. Believe the facts.
The same ex-bodyguard that has worked for both the Carters and Diddy has been making some pretty wild claims about his former employers. But these aren't just regular claims. Oh no, it seems he might actually be working with the FBI to see justice served, as according to him, there's evidence to back his statements about them. Uncle Ron, a bodyguard, alleges that Puffy and Jay-Z were involved in plotting to end Biggie's life. He claims to possess evidence to support his accusations but refrained from speaking out earlier due to concerns for his family's safety. With his children grown up now, he believes it's safe to reveal what he knows about their favorite artists. The tragic story of Biggie's unsolved death is well known, along with some of the events leading up to it. He died in Los Angeles shortly before the release of his album, Life After D, and there have been several claims that Puffy may have played a role in the incident. Puffy, the businessman who benefited the most from Biggie's death, has been accused of involvement by many.
Here's a man that wanted to leave Bad Boy. He wanted to do his own thing. He mentioned several times how he was tired of being used and abused, that he was bigger than Bad Boy itself.
According to Uncle Ron, Biggie had planned to leave Bad Boy Records after the release of his album, a decision that angered Diddy, who was determined to keep his most valuable talent under his wing. This isn't the first time a bodyguard has alleged that Biggie had expressed an interest in leaving the label. Gene Deal, a former bodyguard, had previously made similar claims about Biggie's plans before his untimely death.
Said that Biggie had showed you a contract that he was going to sign with another label after this next album?
Yeah, Big had a contract.
Gene Deal had made statements indicating that Biggie intended to depart from Bad Boy Records and pursue a better offer elsewhere. During an appearance on DJ Vlad's vlog, Deal claimed that Biggie had his sights set on a lucrative deal worth more than $60 million. While watching over Diddy's briefcase during a flight, Deal claimed to have seen Biggie's Bad Boy contract, which outlined his earnings in increments of $250,000 but left publishing income in Puff's control. When Deal asked Biggie about it, the rapper reportedly told him about his plans for a new deal and the significant earnings it would bring. He said, "He showed me it had Charlie Baltimore, Cameron, Lil Cease, Lil Kim, Junior Mafia, Tracy Lee, and the commission. I think the contract was for so many years for like $62 million. It comes out to $62 million. Deal revealed that Big planned to end Junior Mafia's mode of doing business and wanted them to start writing and holding their own.
Puffy has been making money off of Biggie's name for longer than Biggie was alive. People keep forgetting he hadn't turned 25 yet. He was still 24 when he died. It's been over 25 years. Clearly, a Biggie Smalls verse is very valuable. So then what the fuck happened to the commission? What happened to that album? It was recorded. It was being mixed and mastered upon Biggie's death. It was supposed to have came out that summer after Biggie's album, because Biggie's album was slated. He died a week and a half before his album came out. Then the commission was supposed to come out, and that was supposed to be his exit from Bad Boy, and then starting his own company. Puffy has been making money on that boy's name longer than he lived. It supported all of Bad Boy.
That's real, yo. The more money you make, the more problems you get.
Jaguar is another individual who has claimed that Biggie had plans to leave Bad Boy Records and establish his own company. Additionally, she alleged that Diddy had profited significantly from Biggie's music following his death. This information reinforces the idea that Diddy may have played a role in Biggie's untimely demise, as he stood to lose if Biggie remained alive and gain if he disappeared. If Biggie had signed with a different label or started his own company, he would have posed a competitive threat to Diddy, potentially resulting in the loss of an incredible musician. Biggie's posthumous songs achieved enormous success, and Diddy reaped the benefits.
March 1st of 1997, I was approached by Diddy to perform a hit on one of his artists.
Uncle Ron made further allegations, providing specific dates and figures to support his claim that Diddy had attempted to hire him to carry out a hit on Biggie. These are serious allegations that should be handled with caution, but Uncle Ron maintains that he has physical evidence to support his claims and that he himself is under investigation for what he is revealing. According to Uncle Ron, he declined Diddy's offer not only because he knew that Biggie was planning to leave Bad Boy Records, but also because he had a personal affinity for the rapper. The former bodyguard alleges that Diddy was eager to secure all the rights to Biggie's music catalog, which he could not do if Biggie left the label. Gene Deal had also suggested that he was offered money to end Biggie's life, implying that Diddy may have attempted to recruit multiple bodyguards to carry out the deed, potentially finding someone who was willing to prioritize money over Biggie's life.
I'm not bashing him, directly bashing him. I'm just telling the truth. He knows like I know. Gene knows like I know. Boo knows, like I know. William knows. Bodyguards that were around him know.
Uncle Ron asserts that everyone who worked with Diddy was aware of his unethical behavior but chose not to speak out.
Money. Various personal money and their own safety, okay? Money and the fact that they don't want their family to be hunted. They don't want to be the next one to be set up for sacrifice. This is why people are afraid to speak out. This is why, you know, people like Uncle Ron, people like Gene Deal, we need to give them their praise, because most people wouldn't come out like this. Like, you know what I mean? There's tons of other bodyguards who Diddy has had. They're not the only 2 bodyguards Diddy's ever had. That's absurd. He's had plenty of bodyguards and they've sold out. They've sold their souls. They're on the hush hush, okay? Diddy got them on hush hush for that paycheck, for that money, for that guala, baby. They on that hush hush for that guala. So yeah, man. And the fact that Diddy tried to pay Gene Deal, bro, you tried to pay your own security guard to take this dude off the map, to take Biggie off the map. Nah. He was really trying to get Biggie up out of here by any means. He's willing to pay security guards. He's willing to pay anyone. That's not even a regular hitman, or that's not even a hitman of any type. A security guard's not your hit. That's not a hitman. I mean, that's your protector, but not a hit. Not supposed to do hits. Like, what? He was really trying to get this man off the map, yo. That proves it in itself. The fact that he offered Gene Deal that type of money, bro. And the fact that Uncle Ron is exposing this stuff too, it gives even more credibility to it. Like, how could 2 bodyguards come out exposing P. Diddy and it's a coincidence? You know what I mean? And then we always talk about how the label has everything to gain from your death, okay? They will profit everything from your death, and they don't benefit from you staying alive or going to another label, because if you stay alive, basically, if you stay alive, the chances of you leaving that label are exponentially higher. They're infinitely higher, because if you're dead, you can't leave the label. So your chances of leaving the label if you're alive are infinitely higher. And then they're not going to make as much money off your posthumous music, because you'll have posthumous music under other record labels. So those record labels will be getting portions of the money, and it'll be a competition at that point. So whoever has all the posthumous music is going to make all the money. Like, you know what I mean? They're going to make the money off of that. Do you know what I mean? So yes, they want you to die with their label, because it leaves all the valuable music that people have to go back to. You got to listen to it there. You got to get it there. Diddy still has the publishing. You know what I mean? So that is, the whole situation is blatant. You know what I mean? To deny this is foolishness. It's denying observable reality, the things that are blatantly being shown to you by people who are very close in these circles. Okay. So I mean, come on, y'all. We've seen this with many rappers. Pop Smoke, okay? XXXTentacion, okay? Plenty of rappers where you could tell that there was a situation set up by the label to have that rapper taken out. Yeah, it may look like it happened some type of sort of way, but that's not true. That's just the veneer of things. That's just how you see it from the outside looking in. Realistically, you know nothing. You know what I mean? You just know what Hollywood has shown you. You just know the script, the scripted scene, the crisis actors. That's all you know. But really, there is a hit. Really, there is an agenda behind this. This is to make sure that they can grasp all the earnings. Do you know what I mean? This has happened. This has happened plenty of times, and it will keep on happening. We will see it happen with more and more rappers. So just keep your eyes open. Don't sell your soul. Never sign to a record label. Be independent if you want to rap. If you want to rap and you're watching this, be independent. Do not sign to a record label. You are selling your soul. You will be in a compromising position, and eventually you will be sacrificed. And you'll only be given very cheap prizes all the way leading up to your sacrifice. You'll be given some women, some chains, some cars, and that is about it. And some cash. And you're going to get highway robbed.
For various personal reasons. Uncle Ron himself refrained from speaking out earlier because he had young children who were not yet grown up enough to handle the potential consequences of his revelations. He accuses Diddy of silencing individuals who had negative information about him, suggesting that Diddy uses money to manipulate people.
Yeah, I'm under investigation, so that's why I'm telling what I'm telling, because now they have proof.
Uncle Ron is currently being investigated for the allegations he has made against celebrities. However, he maintains that he is speaking out because the FBI has confirmed that his claims are accurate. Uncle Ron has provided the FBI with evidence that he saw, heard, or has receipts for, and is cooperating with them to establish the truth behind his statements. If his claims are true, he hopes that the process of holding Diddy accountable can begin. Despite his statements, Uncle Ron has not provided any public evidence to support his allegations. As a result, he has faced considerable skepticism from the public. While some of his claims may be supported by additional information, it is unclear how much of what he says is true. It has been reported that Biggie received threats and had informed Diddy about them. However, instead of taking measures to ensure Biggie's safety, Diddy allegedly asked him to go to California for performances where he ultimately lost his life. The situation was later blamed on the West Coast-East Coast beef.
Diddy is pure evil. He has a very nasty disposition. He treats everybody like crap. Every single employee he's ever had.
There have been numerous claims that Diddy is not a good person and mistreats those who work for him ever since he acquired his wealth. It appears that he may not have taken adequate care of Biggie despite wanting to, as he knew the danger Biggie was in on the day he was killed. Former Bad Boy artist Mace recently released a track titled Oracle 2, Standing on Bodies, in which he took aim at Diddy, his former boss. Mace's lyrics criticized Diddy's character, alleging that he had engaged in unethical business practices and failed to provide sufficient support to artists who were once signed to Bad Boy. Mace also accused Diddy of exploiting Biggie's death for marketing purposes and not adequately compensating the late rapper's mother, Valletta Wallace. Mace's account is just one of many negative stories that former associates of Diddy have shared about their experiences working under him. You ain't no architect, you just ain't a who knows how to market death. Go pay his mother what she really worth, N.A. Although he never explicitly mentions Diddy by name, those who are familiar with their history quickly recognize the lyrics of Mace's Oracle 2, Standing on Bodies, is directed towards his former boss. In the song, Mace criticizes Diddy's character, alleging that he mistreated his artists and used Biggie's death as a marketing tool. In contrast, Diddy has publicly acknowledged feeling some degree of responsibility for Biggie's death, stating, "I think I'll always feel some sort of responsibility because I'm in this thing with him. He's my artist." Diddy also recounted a conversation he had with Biggie right before he was killed, during which Biggie was supposed to go to London, but Diddy persuaded him to stay and laugh. That's something that really bothered me throughout my life. Sometimes you have to really go with that decision in your gut, and in my gut it was like, you need to get on the plane. Diddy stated that he has regrets looking back on how things could have turned out differently that day. In his words, "This is God's world. It's his plan, but honestly, that's one of the things I regret is not making sure that he went to London." The videos posted by Uncle Ron on TikTok have been removed. It is unclear what has happened to him, but hopefully he is safe and the ongoing investigations will uncover the truth behind the allegations he has made. One user on Twitter said, "It's been 25 years since Notorious Big death. I turned 8 in June of 1997. I still think P. Diddy and so many others know who killed Biggie. You can't tell me any different." Some other fans agreed, including this user who said, "I agree. Just like many people knew who shot Tupac both times when he was in NY and Las Vegas. Diddy has a lot of dark energy around him, so he definitely knows something." Anyways, let's not forget that this video is based on theories and my opinions and should not be considered facts. That's it for this video. Bye.
Yeah, allegedly, allegedly, I believe that Diddy, he sent Biggie to Cali. The whole Cali thing, it was all a scapegoat, okay? The whole Cali thing was a scapegoat, okay? So it was basically, they already knew that there was tension between those two sides, right? There was always known that there was tension. So Diddy was a calculated dude. Diddy was calculated. He knew to use that to his advantage, okay? And this is how a calculated, an evil calculated person thinks, you know what I mean? They know how to use certain things to their advantage and to manipulate certain situations so that the public will always believe in a certain scenario that is a false scenario. And so what he did was he told Biggie, "Let's go to Cali," knowing about the tension between Cali and the other, and he knew about the tension, and he had Biggie go there, and he set up Biggie for a sacrifice. But because that tension existed, people will always think that it has something to do with that. There's still people to this day that think Biggie's death had something to do with the tension going on. Do you know what I mean? And it had nothing to do with that. It was a sacrifice. This had nothing to do with no gang stuff. No, this was like industry stuff. This was Hollywood stuff. This was allegedly, this was planned. Okay? This was planned allegedly. okay? And so you got to understand, this is not a gang beef that caused this. No, greed, profit. Yes, that is what caused the situation to take place, okay? And so, like I said, I think Diddy is really using California as a major scapegoat. I think he's using the West Coast, the tension with the West Coast. I think he's using that as a major scapegoat because he knew that existed, so people will always refer to that. But that's not the truth. We all know that's not real, right? Allegedly, we all know that's not the truth. We know that the truth is what the truth is, okay? We know it was planned. Okay, so I mean, come on, y'all. We can't sit up here and play these games right now, right? So, yeah. So yeah, and as far as right, yeah, yep. Yeah, and the fact that he's helping the FBI to take Diddy down is just crazy. Like that's crazy. I want to see what happens with that. I need the update for that. We're gonna be reacting to these videos to get the update on what's going on with that, because that'd be crazy. We need some justice for these artists and for these black entertainers being completely highway robbed, taken advantage of, and sacrificed. I mean, this is just dirty work, bro. This is dirty work. This is evil, bro. This is not okay, right? And the fact that Valletta Wallace, Biggie's mom, came out, she says it's a sacrifice. She says that she thinks she knows Diddy knows who did it, like Diddy knows who killed Biggie, and it's all like she knows what it is. You know what I mean? The fact that even Biggie's mom thinks that, I mean, come on, y'all. What else is there? Like, could it get any more obvious? Everyone around Diddy, Biggie's mother, everyone who's involved with the situation, they all believe it's one person. So, I mean, come on, you guys. Come on. Everyone who's willing to speak on it. I mean, come on, y'all. Everyone who's willing to speak on it believes it's one situation. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, like the video. Link to the Patreon's in the description. It's Noah's right here. Be easy, y'all.